In this video today, we're going to be talking about elbow pain. We're going to discuss 3 major problems with elbow pain. I'll be giving you a number of solutions for each one of those problems. And then at the end of the video, we'll talk about what to do if you don't find relief from today's exercises. I'm Dr. John Cybulski. This is the Anatomy of Therapy. Now, obviously the problem with elbow pain is that it's in pain, but what more specifically causes that elbow pain and what can we do about it? Let's talk about that. Specifically, one of the major causes for elbow pain is going to be elbow flexion or elbow extension. That's problem 1. Problem number two would be either elbow supination or elbow pronation, so rolling in and out. Problem number 3 would be grip, something to do with the wrist. So flexion, extension, pronation, supination, and then grip. One of those things, or perhaps multiple of those things, are going to be provoking your elbow pain. Now, what can we do about that? Problem 1, extension and flexion. Now, the most common way that people deal with this problem is to stretch there. Now, that's fine, but you've probably tried that once. So let me try to give you a better option for that. What we're gonna do is put our hands on the ground like this, and then we're going to rock backwards. This is going to be the first solution to problem 1. We often live in a very flexed position here on the computer, here on our phone. So what we want to do is extend our elbows and open those elbows up into extension. Now this is done passively and with a little bit of rocking movement backwards so that we're getting a stretch here and also in the wrist. The muscles of this side go down into the wrist. And so what we want to do is put our hands down and then simply just rock back. The second solution for problem 1 of flexion extension of the elbow is to work on extension, but behind you. So you'll put your arms back behind you, and then you'll simply either move further away from your arms, again, feeling a stretch in the elbow, extending the elbow. Or if you would like to advance it, keep your arms back and move further away. Or option number 2 is to keep your arms back and do a little hip bridge, so that you are putting more stress into the front of the arm and trying to improve your elbow extension. The second way to work on the pronation supination problem is to get a weight. Hold the weight by the end, not the middle, post it up on your elbow, and then simply roll easily and slowly from pronation to supination, back and forth. So the weight will be going down and then back, down and back. Some people like to hold the weight this way, go down and back. Sometimes changing up the grip will actually make it a little bit easier. As we'll talk about in problem 3 here in a second, grip will cause elbow pain. But if you grip it a little bit differently, then you can avoid elbow pain. So just go up and down. 3 sets of 10 is very easy, but you'll notice that you can go slow down and then all the way back up. The final problem is gripping. Oftentimes when people grip, it hurts their elbow, inside or out. Sometimes there will be wrist pain as well, and we can talk about that in another video. But one of the easiest ways to correct grip is to ungrip. So when you squeeze, it will cause problems. The opposite of squeezing is opening. So what I have here is just a little hair tie or a little rubber band, and we're going to put it around the fingers and begin to open them, okay? Now the most important and strongest muscles of your hand are your thumb and your pinky. You can see even just how thick those muscles are that go into the thumb and that go into the pinky. The other muscles that the fingers are very important, but if we can get the thumb and pinky stronger, so put a band around the thumb and pinky and begin to open those fingers. You'll notice that the other fingers begin to move as well. Bring them together, open them back and forth. At least 3 sets of 10. I can feel my pinky is a little bit weaker here than my thumb. And we're gonna open that up, okay? Oftentimes people's wrists will hurt in this particular position if it's flexed or too extended. We're gonna try to keep it in a neutral position or a straight wrist. And then again, we're just going to open and close that to work on grip. Let me show you another way to work on grip. What you're gonna wanna do is get 2 weights and then hold them for as long as possible. So I love using kettlebells. You can use whatever you want. But what you want to do is take the weights, hold them, and simply hold them. Just hold them as long as possible. Let them pull your arms down. It's a great stretch for the neck. And then you're just going to hold them as long as possible until your grip starts to fail and becomes stronger. That is how you begin to address elbow problems. Flexion, extension, really working on the extension because we live in flexion all day long. And then you're going to work on pronation and supination. We got 2 ways to do that. And then lastly, you're going to work on your grip strength, which is vitally important, especially for the long-term health of your elbows. Now, if you are still having elbow problems after that, it could be more involved with the wrist, or it could be more involved with your shoulder. So if you're interested, we have a 6-week shoulder crash course going now on in our Patreon. We're doing a 6-week diet, a 6-week cleanse, 6-week rehab focus on specifically the shoulders. Patreon linked below. If you want to join us for that, it will help clear up shoulder problems, mid-back problems, neck problems, and definitely elbow problems. A lot of nagging elbow problems are actually shoulder problems. So if you can take care of the shoulders, that helps with so many different things. If you've done all these things, if you've got elbow extension, you've got elbow flexion, you've got pronation, supination, you've worked on your grip, then you need to seek, and you still have elbow pain, you need to seek out professional care. It could be something more devious than just musculoskeletal problems. Go see a doctor if that is still a lingering issue for you. But try those things, try our elbow program, try the shoulder, try the Patreon. Leave a comment below. What did I miss? Leave a comment below. Thank y'all for watching. Try these out. Let me know how it works. See y'all next time.